All right, everyone. Thank you for joining me for another fall soccer preview. Today, I have Lacey head coach, Coach Jack Mahar. Coach, thank you for joining me.
Well, thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it.
How did your preseason scrimmage go?
It went well. It went really well, actually. We went against Central,
Okay.
and the girls actually looked really good. The only downfall is that we lost two players to ankle injuries, so they'll be out. They won't be able to play opening week. So,
I saw Central last year. Their goalie stood out to me. It was the St. Rose game, so she got tested quite a bit, but she looked pretty good last year.
She was good. She was really good, and then she came out and she played the field, I believe, in the second half.
Actually, I think she did that the St. Rose. Yeah, I think she did that. So, what made you get into coaching, and how long have you been coaching?
Well, this is actually my second career. I was a captain in the fire department for 25 years, all along wanting to do what I'm doing now. So when I retired there, things just worked out that I got a job at Lacey, and this is my 8th year coaching the girls. I spent the 7 before that as assistant coach for the boys.
Okay.
So I was actually Steve Torrey's coach when he played. So yeah.
So what are some accomplishments your team has had over the past 8 years?
Well, you know what? Title-wise, we have not, won any short conference. We made it as far as the semifinals of the South Jersey Group 3 tournament a couple years ago, where we faced Ocean City. And, we actually held our own for a while, but once we started getting tired, coaching stopped because you could just tell they gave all they had and couldn't give anymore. And Ocean City, back then, even that's when they had Faith Slimmer as a freshman. So, they're very good. They're a very good side. So,
now looking over your team from last season, I got your roster up right here. Looks like a balance. Looks like you graduated quite a few seniors.
We did. I think we had 8.
Who are some of the seniors that graduated? The leaders of the team from last year.
Our biggest leader was actually our MVP, Kelly Weaver. She was second on our team in scoring, and she was supposed to play this season at Caldwell, but obviously they didn't have a fall season. From what I hear from the girls, they're going to play in the spring. Good. So, I'm hoping I already have the date when they're playing Georgian Court to get there to watch, because a former player of mine is a senior now. Senior captain Tegan Darling is at Caldwell as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then last year we sent another girl there, Tia Ramos, and don't know if she's back playing. I know she had some kind of issues with her head, so that I'm not sure if she's still playing or not.
Who are a couple other seniors that graduated last year that meant a lot?
Steph Woolman is supposed to be playing at the University of Mount Olive. Mm-hmm. And we do have 2 girls that are playing field hockey. Okay. One of my backup goalie, Olivia Tarracone, I believe I don't want to get this wrong. I want to say New Haven maybe, or up in Connecticut. That's just up there. And, basically they were my senior leaders.
Hang on, I just want to pull up your schedule from last year. You guys played a pretty tough schedule.
Yeah.
Wall, you played Wall in the short conference, St. Rose Pinelands, Toms River South. What were some accomplishments that your team that you might have set last year before the season that you guys achieved?
Well, we just wanted to compete. I mean, every year that's what we're looking. Since I took over the program, we tried to change just the whole mindset, of not only being good players, but having the best people on the team as well. No matter what, we always wanted to leave it all on the field, because one of the things that we always go by and we live by is you never lose. You either win or you learn. So we did a lot of learning last year. We didn't do as much winning as we would like to, but we played a lot of younger kids as well, and who got, the experience they got, even though they were freshmen, getting knocked around a little bit. I can already tell this year it's helped them out a lot. So,
Yeah, looking at your lineup, you had quite a few seniors, but it looked like you had a good balance.
Yeah.
Every grade was pretty healthy representative last season.
Most of the seniors were role players last year. They were not in the actual starting lineup. They would come off the bench. So I think maybe 3 started for me, and the rest would come off the bench for me.
Yeah, that's great. Um, looking at the stats, transition, to this season, looks like your leading scorer last year was a sophomore. It looks like.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about her?
Katie Patterson. She last year coming in she played as a freshman, and then she came in last year as a sophomore. She just seemed to be bigger and stronger, and just with the freshman experience from the year before, she found the net, and when she hits it hard. I think she was our leading scorer. I don't remember exactly how many goals she had, but we have her back for 2 years. Another girl is a senior this year. I only have 4 seniors. Juliana Rattino, she stat-wise, she didn't have the year that she wanted to have, but on the field, she was one of my leaders. She is probably, or always is, one of the best players on the field no matter what. And I talked to her. She scored some goals as a freshman, scored more as a sophomore. And I said, you're not unknown anymore. When you go play a team, they know who you are. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be as easy. So by actually them marking you, maybe it would open it up for some other players. And maybe, that helped Katie get the ball more and put the ball in the back of the net. So, I'm looking for her to have a huge year this year.
Who do you think or you expect to take over the leadership roles from the seniors that left?
Juliana for one. I only have 4 seniors, and right now they're all my co-captains. Okay. Kaylee Beal is a senior center back. Amira Cardenas, I only have her for a second year. She was a transfer. She came in 2 years ago, didn't play that year. She came in after the season. Her and her sister, Amira and Rosio Cardenas, they came over from Toms River South. They're not very vocal. So Kaylee Beal is my most vocal captain, but the other ones, they lead by work ethic. Yeah. And that's what, we need that as well. So.
Yeah. You need a good balance. You need, your vocal ones and the ones that just show, quiet, show it on the field.
Absolutely.
Who are a couple of players that might be flying under the radar that might draw the attention?
Well, Rosio Cardenas, we all preseason long, before we had our scrimmage, we would try this formation with our personnel, try this one, try that one, because, it could change every year for us depending on what our people, we don't play a formation. We fit one to who we have, and we've kind of locked in on one and made a couple moves that turned out against Central. They looked very comfortable together. And so besides Katie and Jules, Abby Stevens is sort of my quarterback in the midfield. She's a junior. She's our playmaker. We're looking for her to get the ball and distribute it. Rosio, and we do have a center back who's a freshman this year, Marley Besser, whose older brother is a junior for the boys team. She's gonna step in, and she's gonna be a starter as a freshman for me. So.
That's great. That leads me to my next question. Any other freshmen that you think will make any sort of impact on your team this season?
I don't know about impact as much as there are 2 other freshmen who we're looking at. I don't know if they're going to be with the varsity for every minute of every game, because I tried to tell them I don't want to look down and see a freshman on my bench not playing.
Yeah. No,
I would rather you go to JV
and play
20 minutes, play 25 minutes. Then come over, because it makes no sense for me to bring you up as a freshman just so you can say, oh, I'm on varsity if you're not playing.
No, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. It's better, them getting the touches on the field than sitting.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like going over the schedule. I think every division in soccer seems, basketball, there's some weak divisions in girls basketball, but soccer, every division has to me, Pineland stands out. Point Borough, they're going to be better this year. Jackson Liberty, they upset RBC, in the scrimmage, but that's a big motivational boost when you go into.
Absolutely.
Just talk a little bit about your division and your thoughts of playing teams, virtually back to back.
Well, I mean, I actually, I don't mind doing it the way we are. It's smart with what's going
Yeah,
on,
exactly.
for them to be able to trace something if you're only playing the same team each week.
Yeah,
I'm thrilled that we have a 14 game regular season schedule playing everybody in our division. It's what we used to do
yeah, I remember
when we
that.
first started. B South, we used to play each team twice and then pick up 2 or 3 games to get you to your 16, 17 or whatever games before the state tournament. Um, I tell the girls every year, you can't go on the field thinking that the other team is not going to be good, or you're going to have to work, no matter what,
Hmm.
because sometimes our team tends to play down a little bit if we're playing against a team that isn't as strong,
Yeah,
taking nothing away from any other team out there, but it just happens.
yeah, no, it
It
does.
happens. Um, Pinelands is always tough, no matter what. They always play us tough. Barnegat, we've had trouble with the last couple of years. I mean, we went to Barnegat last year and we outshot them by a decent margin,
Hmm.
and we wound up losing 1-0. We couldn't put one in, and I mean, it's just the nature of the game, you know. But Point Barrow plays us tough as well all the time. They're all tough. They're
Yeah.
all tough. Play them one at a time. That's what I tell the girls.
I like to ask the coaches this: how did you and the Lacey, the high school, handle the four phases before the school started?
I mean, it was tough. It was tough in the beginning because you were so limited on what you could do. But we moved on, did what we were supposed to do, followed everything, and I think the fact that we were out there made it okay.
Yeah,
Just the girls being on the field, being together. I mean, did we have to be in different groups and all of that in the beginning? Of course, but just the fact that they were out there doing something with their friends, and we have a season, especially for the 4 seniors.
yeah,
I was hoping and praying for them that we would have a season. So,
yeah. It's exciting that it's finally
oh yeah,
gonna happen in 48 hours or something like
can't
that.
wait, cannot wait.
Yeah, me either. When the pandemic first started, where certain states were opening and promising sports, I said I might have to move if New Jersey doesn't to get
Yeah,
my soccer fix in.
oh yeah.
Last question I like to ask: what goals do you have set for this season? I know who knows what the postseason might look like, but just like team goals you set, for
Well,
the team.
we definitely want to. I mean, we want to win our division. We want to go 14-0 in our division. That's our goal.
Yeah.
There is no short conference tournament, so normally it would be qualify in advance.
Yeah.
State tournament, same thing. I mean, although I think everybody gets in.
Yeah.
To the state tournament, especially South Jersey Group 3 in the past, there were only 17 or 18 teams. So, and that was always try and get as far as we could. I mean, when you get so far, you're running into a mainland, a Ocean City, or somebody like that. I mean, we tend to play better and bigger games.
Hmm.
I mean, last year we took mainland to double overtime, and Wall, I think it was 2-1 result in the short conference tournament. So, these girls play till the final whistle no matter what, and that's what I always admired about these teams since I've been coaching the girls, because I started coaching girls. I had a little head start. My daughters both played for Rider University, and so coaching them growing up, I kind of learned how to deal with girls. It's different. First 7 years with the boys, you could get away with getting on somebody's case and they would be okay. Girls, I got 43 different personalities, and you got to know who you can talk to, know you got to put your arm around, and it's tough.
And I was saying that to Coach Nicaro, who coached, the boys for how many years at home now, and now he switched to girls.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah,
It's definitely different.
every coach says that, different personality. You don't know, I think Coach
Never know what you're going to get.
about that too.
Okay.
Coach, thank you for joining me.
I appreciate it. Thank
who do
you.
you guys open up with?
We have Lakewood the first week. We're home
Okay.
on Thursday, away on Friday, and I think week 2 is Manchester. So, one game at a time. That's what we're looking for.
I think I know I'm trying to hit Manchester one game next week, so I got to check the schedule.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate you joining me. I wish you luck, and
Thank you.
just be happy. We're glad we're getting back out there.
Absolutely. 48 hours.
Well, yeah,
48
yeah.
hours. All right. Thank you so much.
No problem, Coach. Thank you.
All right. Take care.